Hello everyone, this is ShadowMario41 and welcome back to Let's Play Super Mario 64. Two things before we get right back into the action. Number one, I apologize for not updating as frequently as I normally do. I was actually away for the past 2 weeks, so I wasn't able to update. I was only able to get 2 videos out to you guys, and that was kind of lame. But now I'm back home, and now I'm ready to get things back into full gear and go back into Super Mario 64. And I was so eager, in fact, that I actually got a Power Star accidentally. I went to Shifting Sandland and got the 3rd Power Star and realized I wasn't recording anything. I was just talking to myself. I was sitting here with no one around, just talking. And I guess that's what I'm doing right now. But now it counts. So let's get back into Shifting Sandland. And let's go inside the Ancient Pyramid again. And here we go. I kind of did a little shortcut there because I died. So I was able to start anew here. And I'll start right inside the Ancient Pyramid. No need to walk around outside. So see, you're getting sort of the abridged version of Power Star number 3. But you'll get way more inside. Oh, I thought I was able to make that jump. You'll get a lot more inside the Ancient Pyramid coming soon because I'll have to go... Oh. Well, that sucked. I'll have to go back here for Power Star number 6 anyway, and for the 100 coin star, which I'm going to do in Power Star number 6, by the way, not in the red coin star like I normally do, because you actually do need to go inside the pyramid to get 100 coins, so you might as well do it on one of those stars, right? But in any case, something I wanted to talk about was it not the coolest thing in the world as a kid, the first time playing this game, to discover this giant area? Like, it was so amazing, because obviously the pyramid has this little entrance in front of it, and you're like, oh, maybe there's a Power Star down there, or whatever, maybe a treasure chest with a Power Star in it, or another one of those switch puzzle, who knows? But no, it's this giant obstacle course, and a boss battle's in here. Remember in the last video we did the boss battle at the end against iRock. So it was so cool to see this huge sub-level, essentially 2 levels for the price of 1, inside Shifting Sandland, which was already a hidden level to begin with. It just encouraged exploration so much, and there were so many secrets in this game. It's awesome. But whatever, enough of my gawking and kind of childish being like, that's the best thing ever. But it was the best thing ever. I mean, remember, you know, discovering the Wiggler's Cave for the first time on Tiny Huge Island, discovering the town area for the first time in Wet Dry World. These are levels we haven't gotten to yet, but still, they're awesome. Even the slide in Cool Cool Mountain. It was so cool. It was cool. Ah, get it? Cool, man. Anyway, let's go over here. We're pretty much at the top right now. We just need to go up this little slope and up here. And see, that is a nice thing, though. There's a Power Star right there. If you die inside the pyramid, it actually will respawn you inside the pyramid, so you don't have to go back inside again. So I guess I was able to cut some time a little bit from all that, and I got a new high score. How about that? All right, let's get back into... Oh, I don't want to kick it. Let's get back into Shifting Sandland. And it was so cool, too, that this was a wall and not an actual course. I wonder what the painting would have looked like. Anyway, let's free fly for some 8 red coins. The first red coin is actually back here. I kind of previewed this a little bit before, but it's way back here. You got to be careful getting this, though, because one misstep and you'll either fall in the quicksand or you'll hit the slope like that. That will cause you to slide into the quicksand. So it's a lose. So just stay on the straight and narrow on that part. But anyway, let's talk about what I wanted to talk about in this video, another topic. This was actually suggested in the comments of a previous video. I apologize for not remembering who specifically suggested this, but I did want to weigh my 2 cents on this because I think it is an important topic to consider nowadays. And it kind of was, and in short, it's the current state of the Mario series. And is the Mario series kind of being abused to some degree? Is the Mario series, are there too many Mario games that really aren't that different from each other? And I think there are. I think the Mario series is sort of being a little abused by Nintendo, especially recently. I would have thought this a lot more in the GameCube era too, but especially recently it's kind of come around again. So that's why I thought it was relevant to talk about now as well. So what I mean by being abused, obviously there's a ton of Mario games. There's always going to be a ton of Mario games, and Mario games are awesome. You have Mario Kart, which is that was pretty stylish, I have to say. You have Mario Kart, which is amazing. You have the Mario RPG games, which are all fantastic, although Sticker Star was kind of a disappointment. But, and so was Partners in Time for the DS, but for the most part, those games are amazing, and no one really complains about a new Mario RPG being made because they're epic. They're really cool. So why complain about them, right? But I'm talking specifically about the new Super Mario Bros. Games, which are kind of Mario's flagship titles. I don't think anyone can deny that Nintendo's really marketing those as like, those are the Mario games. Everything else is kind of a spin-off of those. But in any sense, I wanted to address kind of a trap that I think Nintendo's falling into is, are the Mario games different enough from each other? I mean, that's the whole thing about a new game, especially a new Mario flagship game, that you want it to be different enough from its predecessors to warrant a unique experience and have a game worth playing. I mean, okay, let's take a look at New Super Mario Bros. U. We had the New Super Mario Bros. Game for the DS, which was obviously the first side-scroller, I think, since Super Mario World 2, unless one of the Game Boy Advance games came between there. Or not Game Boy Advance, but Game Boy Color games came between that. I'm going to have to circle back around to the canon because I've lost too much altitude. But in any case, so obviously we definitely needed a Mario side-scroller. Oh, that was kind of lame. Although kind of cool, actually, how that worked out. So we needed a Mario side-scroller, and New Super Mario Bros. For the DS filled that void. Then we got New Super Mario Bros. Wii, an updated version, obviously, of New Super Mario Bros. For the DS, which needed an upgrade. You could tell it was great to get a Mario side-scroller again, but it was too easy, number one. And number two, it was not really all that different. I mean, there was just the Mushroom Fire Flower as far as power-ups go. There wasn't anything new or unique, or they didn't bring anything back like the cape or the Tanuki suit or anything like that. So it was kind of bland from that perspective and needed a facelift. And New Super Mario Bros. Wii gave it exactly that. That's why I really do like New Super Mario Bros. Wii. However, New Super Mario Bros. U and New Super Mario Bros. 2, for that matter, did they really bring that much new to the table? I understand now that everything's in HD, and that was the big thing. And New Super Mario Bros. 2 had like those speedrun challenges, which was pretty cool, and those coin collecting challenges. But aside from that, I mean, the mechanics didn't really change that much, and the game is largely the same as it was before. And I think Nintendo is kind of falling into that trap with Mario games now. Use this whirlwind to gain some extra height. Although it's still not going to get me up to that platform. Or is it? Oh, that was so cool. It actually did. Okay, cool. That was awesome. But, yeah, do you know what I mean? I'm talking, like, the newer Mario games are not that much different from the older Mario games. And if anything, they just seem like updated versions of them, which I guess is what sequels kind of are. But at the same time, in the video game realm, especially with a flagship franchise like Mario, you'd want a significant step between two games in the series. Like, look at Zelda, for example. Now, Zelda is doing everything right, in my opinion. Well, okay, they've had a few bumps in the road here and there with the CDI, I know that. But we don't talk about that around here. But, yeah, so, I mean, every Zelda title that's come out has been significantly, I mean, the flagship titles, the, Wind Waker, Twilight Princess, Skyward Sword, Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, has been significantly different from its predecessor. And different in a way that it doesn't change up the formula, because I get, you don't want to change up the core Mario formula of jumping around, jumping on enemies. That's what Mario's all about, but Zelda does that without changing the whole Zelda experience. It produced a new game in a new style, and the Zelda experience is still the same. You wouldn't say that, oh, this one didn't have any dungeons, because they all have awesome dungeons, and it's just awesome. But give me that coin. Also, coins don't obey the laws of physics in this game. But anyway, but the Mario series was like New Super Mario Bros. U. Not that I played it really, because I don't have a Wii U. So I mean, maybe this is a little bit of a rushed opinion. I'm sure it's a great game, and a lot of people will say, no one would say it's a bad game. I mean, that doesn't make any sense. But it just seems kind of an updated version of New Super Mario Bros. Wii, rather than a whole new experience in and of itself. And it's kind of falling into the same trap as another popular first-person shooter franchise, Call of Duty, but where it just seems like it's an updated, it's just slightly better graphics and a new map pack, and that's what the game seems like it is. And that's all it is, which is kind of a shame that it really should be a lot more than that. And it almost seems like it's not. I don't know if I'm alone in this opinion, but I think a lot of people would feel the same way. This kind of was really relevant too with the Mario Party games, if you remember. A lot of the Mario Party games in the GameCube era, I kind of hated. I mean, I love Mario Party 4 and Mario Party 5. Actually, a lot of people didn't like Mario Party 5, but I was a big fan of it. But Mario Party 6 and 7, were they really that different? I mean, of course, they had the microphone. It was like, oh, you can talk now. But other than that, who cares about the microphone? They weren't fundamentally different, and they weren't that interesting, and they were so bland, especially 7. I thought 7 was the worst of the bunch. Again, this is my opinion. My opinion may differ from yours. But I really thought 7 was almost terrible, and that it really was just a cash-in. You can kind of tell. There really wasn't that much effort put into it. I mean, the mini-games are actually pretty cool in Mario Party 7. I'll give it that, but it just kind of felt stale at that point. And Mario Party 8, it was the same thing kind of again, but with motion control. It was like, ooh, we got motion now, but it's the same thing. So I don't know. Mario's kind of fallen into that trap a little bit. I think of course there's a ton of Mario games, and I understand Mario's one of the most recognizable fictional characters, not even just video game characters, fictional characters of all time. And he, like every kid knows who Super Mario is, but that being said, I mean, it kind of, I don't know, I feel like Mario's kind of getting the shaft here, where all of his sequels, all the new Super Mario Brothers games are all kind of the same. And I have to give big props to actually one of my favorite games recently out of the Mario series has been Super Mario 3D Land, which I think is really, really good. Oh, where's the point thing? They're all right there. They're all right there. Turn camera. There's only 3 of them. But I think New Super Mario, not New Super Mario Bros. Super Mario 3D Land was really cool because it was kind of a hybrid of everything I loved about Galaxy and also everything I loved about the classic Mario with the power-up system and just getting from the beginning of the level to the end and none of this gravity, all of the gravity stuff is awesome with Mario Galaxy, don't get me wrong, but it was more traditional and it was really cool. So that game I thought filled the void of what we've been missing for a while, which is just a 3D Mario platformer of get from beginning of level to end of level. Not that I don't love the exploration, because I've been going on about how the exploration of this game is cool. But I'm just saying, we need to fill that gap a little bit. But anyway, I think kind of maybe I'm getting a little lost in my own tangents, but a lot of the recent Mario games, in my opinion, have been too cookie cutter. I think cookie cutter is a good word for it. They've been too generic, too bland, and not really that innovative. It's like, oh, now we have, you know, a new suit, but it just makes you fly. And we've had things that make you fly before, so it's really not all that new, is it? So, I don't know what to really say, or what else to say about it. But other than that, the Mario series is kind of getting a little stale, in my opinion. Now, of course, you can counter-argue that, and you could say, well, if you think about it, the Mario series is geared towards all audiences, obviously. So it's geared towards kids as well. And kids didn't grow up with Super Mario 64. Kids didn't grow up with Super Mario Bros. 3 like we did. Kids are growing up with New Super Mario Bros. Wii, New Super Mario Bros. U, and Super Mario 3D Land. So would we not want to make the experience... We wouldn't want to, you know, be like, oh, we've done this before 20 years ago. Like, that's not really relevant, I guess, is what you can make that argument. But in my opinion, Nintendo should learn from that and make a more innovative Mario experience every time around, rather than just the cookie-cutter jump around and land on enemies' heads. Because, I mean, as cool as that is, it gets a little old after a while. But that's just my opinion anyway. Obviously, kids are growing up with this game, with these games now, and they're not really growing up with Mario 64 as much. But I think it's still, I don't know, I think just the Mario games are not exploring their potential, I guess, is what I could say. Now, a series that is, on the other hand, I'd have to give big props to the Donkey Kong series, which has had a lot of crap for a long time, with like Donkey Kong Barrel Blast and Jungle Beat, which I thought were kind of crappy games. I don't know if they were really liked by anyone, but I have to say, Donkey Kong Country Returns was one of the best platformers of last generation. Clearly, I don't think there's any dispute over that. And, well, I guess it's still the current generation, isn't it? I'm already jumping the gun here. But, and Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze looks exactly like a sequel should be. It's obviously an updated version of the original, but it has new things about it. It has water levels, it has ice levels, it has a bunch of new things, and that's what's awesome about it. It has new features, new objects, new obstacles, a whole new plot, and new enemies. That's another thing. Not that Mario is all about the plot anyway, but you know what I mean? It's just kind of like, maybe a little bit of a different plot wouldn't hurt once in a while. Oh no, I fell! Oh, crap. Oh, well, forget about getting anything else done in this video. It's just going to be cleaning up Shifting Sandland and ranting about Mario, but in any case, oh boy. Now, this is not going to help me at all. I don't really need a free life. But anyway. So, I don't know. I'm curious to what you guys think about that. Again, Mario's games, not to say that any of them are bad, because obviously they're all great, fantastic titles. But I just feel as if they're not as innovative as they could have been. And they kind of lack that charm that, you know, Mario 64 came along and it was totally new. New Super Mario Bros. Came along and it was a totally new revival of the classic Mario platforming series. Super Mario 3D Land was totally new. Super Mario Galaxy was totally new. But then it's like Super Mario Bros. Wii, is that really new? New Super Mario Bros. 2, New Super Mario Bros. U, is that really new? You know what I mean? I don't know, I just kind of feel a little iffy about that whole thing. But again, that's just my opinion. That's not, that's not to be taken as a fact or anything like that. But just a little observation I've noticed that the Mario series may be getting a little stale. And a lot of even the sports sequels, like look at Mario Baseball, for example, prime example. Mario Super Sluggers was not as good as Mario Superstar Baseball. I'm sorry if you like it, but it just was not as good as the GameCube version. And now will another Mario Baseball game come out that makes me just feel the same way? I don't know. But in any case, whatever. Now I'm getting a little way off topic. But I'm curious as to what you guys think about the Mario series in general and how the Mario games are progressing, or if they are progressing at all, or if Nintendo's kind of just falling into the trap of having the Mario games be the same old thing, just with a new, with a fresh coat of paint. I was gonna say, I'm not really gonna be 1 coin short of the 100 coin star, am I? No, I'm not. Timed out perfectly for 100 coins. Yes, I do want to say it. Alright, here we go. This is just a lot of crap at this point because you gotta fall off this ledge, and if I miss, I gotta climb all the way back up, and I really do not want to do that. Don't fall. Oh, I hate doing this. This is a miserable power star. Okay. Jump, land. Okay, good. Okay, good. So now I gotta get the power star, which is way over there. I wonder if I can long jump to there. I'm gonna try. Well, is it even worth it? No, it's not even worth it. At that, I'm just gonna fall down on that thing. Long jump would have been cool, but not very practical at all. So anyway, there's the 100 coin star of Shifting Sandland, and now we're going to grab this lovely power star over here. Alright, so Shifting Sandland is 100% done, and that took a long-ass time. I apologize for how long that took, but it's kind of a long level in and of itself, so I can't really help that too much. So in the next episode, I know this was kind of an episode of little progress. I only got a few power stars, but we have 50 even on the nose, and we actually should get a little message. Now we can open the big star door on the 3rd floor, which we haven't even found yet, so that's kind of cool. But in the next episode, we've now completed... Okay, whatever. I don't need to hear about that. We've completed all 3 underground courses, or basement courses, I should say. So now we're going to go to another new course behind the big star door and challenge Bowser for the 2nd time. This is ShadowMario41. I will see you guys then. Ciao.